Hey, I'm Manjot with WayToIndie.com. Today we have with us Dan, Melanie, and Jonathan of Paper Lights. Hey guys, how are you guys doing?
Hey, how you
So
doing?
good.
Hey, awesome. Nice to meet you guys. So just go ahead and do a quick introduction of all yourselves, who you are, what you do in the band, and stuff like that.
Good.
I'm Melanie. I do vocals and I play a little glockenspiel and some drum if we need it. And I write some of the music.
I'm Dan. I write, sing, help produce, and play some keyboards. That's about it.
I'm Jonathan. I play the drums in the band and occasional programming and do a lot of the design work for us as well.
Sweet. Actually, Jonathan, I would like to say it's an amazing site design. I believe you did that, the new site that you guys released. It's an amazing site design. I really love that. It's a nice, clean look.
I really appreciate that. Yeah, I did all the work on that. It took a couple weeks, but we're really proud of it. So
Yeah, it looks really nice.
thank you so much.
Yeah. So how did you guys all get involved in music? Just your inspirations behind it. Not even just getting involved with the band, but like just involved in music from the start.
Yeah. Music, I know for me, was kind of an outlet. Uh, I'd kind of always done it throughout my life, but when I was in college, I hit like a season where I was kind of isolated and awkward, and I would just sit in my room and dream up these melodies and with these instrumentation, and it was kind of just my way of expressing the world within my head. And somebody actually walked past my house and saw a banjo that I had, and they asked if I played it, and I was like, yeah, but like never in front of anyone. And anyways, they asked me to play at a coffee shop, and eventually it just turned into expressing the story that was kind of onward and going on in my head at all times, and kind of inviting people into a world that I hadn't really done before. So for me, it's expressing the intangible, it's dreaming up, it's kind of a lot of things, but it's deeply personal for me at least.
Good.
Oh, me too. Okay, I've been playing drums for like I don't know, maybe 13 years now. Started out on piano. It was just kind of a family thing. Then I just made the switch to drums and told my mom, I was like, can I play drums? And she's like, yeah, I guess so. It's going to be pretty noisy in the house, though. So just picked it up, never stopped, and experimented with all sorts of different kinds of music. And it was just something that I absolutely loved doing and was actually really good at, too. And haven't put it down since, but yeah, I mean, very simple, basic for me.
Yeah, I've played piano growing up since I was a little kid, and a lot of classical lessons, and I don't know, they just kind of progressed into starting to play for other artists, and then kind of becoming more or less a contract artist for other bands and artists and singers and stuff. It's just become a thing that I wanted to progress in and learn more about. And now I'm doing this with these guys.
Sweet. So speaking of that, how did you guys get started with the band and like forming and all that stuff?
It started a few years ago, and I know I wasn't even involved in it, and
I
Kinsey
wasn't
wasn't
either.
either. Dan and a few other guys, it was like a side project that they all worked on since they were pretty much contract musicians for a lot of different things. And they did it to kind of have something completely separate that they could just create really freely in. And then Kimsey and I were in a band, another band, and invited Dan into that too. And it kind of morphed into, well, actually, I have all these other songs that don't quite fit into this one band, so let's all kind of get together and I don't know, go back to this idea of paper lights where a collaborative effort is so intentional. And so it just kind of birthed out of that place of just creativity and having a freedom, a space to do it in. So,
Cool. And so the name Paper Lights, where does that come from? And can you tell the story behind that?
Maybe I feel like maybe it's a little bit of a dramatic or maybe even cinematic answer, but I just always was really intrigued by paper lanterns and the way they work and how such a small flame can make something so seemingly big just be pushed in the sky. And I just the same feeling and experience I had in watching those was always really similar to the experience I had listening to music that I liked, and so it just made sense to me.
Cool. That's not cinematic at all. It's actually very inspiring. It's a really great thing, actually. So, lanterns are also one of my favorite things to look at during the summer nights here. So, it's really cool. Um, so, Dan, you mentioned something on the band's blog about skill versus talent. Can you elaborate a bit about that?
Yeah, I just like the whole point of that blog was I feel like people cop out a lot on their dreams and just the pursuit of them. We've in no way accomplished anything I feel like, you know, is extraordinary yet or anything like that, but I just feel like the pursuit of that is not intangible. It's not something that anyone can't do. And over the last few years, I felt like a lot of people have said to me, I wish I could, you know, quit my occupation and do what you're doing. And part of that is this, them not recognizing what it's really like to be an artist right now, but also that they do have the potential, and if they put the effort into that, that they can accomplish the same kind of things.
Cool. Awesome. So I definitely agree with you that it's I have no musical talent, so I can't really, and I've tried. Trust me, I've tried. It just doesn't fit for me. I guess I'll just stick to interviewing people that have musical talent instead of doing that, so I can somehow have that connection there. But you guys have a new album coming out called Caverns on November 19th, I believe. And can you tell us a little bit more about that album?
Yeah. Um, Caverns was just an amazing thing to do. First of all, Dan and I just started writing together, and it was kind of just this space where we were asking all these questions about different things that were happening, and it's so the album in itself is kind of a journey of questioning, and some answers we did find along the way, and some we're still asking. And I think our culture sometimes is so interested in what the answer is, but there's something to be celebrated in just asking the questions. And so there's a single off of it called The Cave, and that's kind of where we got Caverns, which is actually one of the philosophers called Plato. And it's kind of about his allegory. And I think philosophy to me and to all of us is kind of important because we're all philosophers, we're all thinkers, we're all constantly engaging in this world around us, asking questions and making assumptions or assertions based on them. And so the album was just kind of just an expression of that. And yeah, we're really excited about it. It comes out November 19th. We're
Yep.
going to play it November 23rd in Atlanta in the vinyl in case anyone's there. But we're super excited to just kind of to finally release it because it's been kind of a long time coming. So.
Well, I'm definitely excited to hear it. I've heard, I've been listening to a lot of your albums before, and it's always inspiring. Like you said, the paper lanterns and everything else. It's inspiring music and it has a message behind it. So I really appreciate that. So what do you guys have as far as your future plans? I know you mentioned you have, of course, we've got the new album coming out November 19th, and you've got a release party on the 23rd for anyone that's in Atlanta, Georgia. But what about future beyond that?
Well, that looks like we've been pretty busy a lot lately with kind of business kind of structure and whatnot, but we're planning on getting back to the kind of creative side of everything and just, tackling writing and stuff again. There's 3 other people in the band who aren't here right now, but and we're all are trying to, gather that experience of all writing together because each of us have written separately and everything. So tackling that and figuring out what new music we can make because it doesn't necessarily just end with one EP. play out a show or play several shows and stuff like that for X amount of years and then do another one. So lots and lots of writing, and then hopefully, or not hopefully, we are planning to do stuff in February as far as a tour goes, and do some more shows that are outside of the greater Atlanta area. So
Awesome. Well, I sure hope I get to see you guys. So keep Houston in mind there.
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
Awesome. So
Vacation.
I think that about wraps it up. Do you guys have anything you guys want to say as a closing thought here?
Not necessarily. I just think, um, I guess what Dan said even just resonated with me. Like, your dream is possible with the pursuit behind it. And I guess for anyone watching that, I hope that rests upon you. It doesn't have to be music. It could be interviewing. It could be whatever it is. Just have the tenacity to follow after your dreams.
So that was Dan, Melanie, and Jonathan of Paper Lights. Their new album is out November 19th. Be sure to check that out. We'll have an album review up once that comes out. If you're in Atlanta, Georgia, they also have a viewing or album release party going on at the Vinyl on November 23rd. And also, their links to social descriptions and all that other fun stuff will be down in the description. So do go follow them, tweet them, Instagram, whatever else there is, all that crazy stuff. For way20.com, this has been Manjot Jalwa. Thank you very much. Sweet. Actually, Jonathan, I would like to say it's an amazing site design. I believe you did that, the new site that you guys released. It's an amazing site design. I really love that. It's a nice, clean look.
I really appreciate that. Yeah, I did all the work on that. It took a couple weeks, but
You are, what you do in the band and stuff like that.
I'm Melanie. I do vocals and I play a little glockenspiel and some drum if we need it. And I write some of the music.
we're really proud of it. So
Yeah, it looks really nice.
thank you so much.
Yeah. So how did you guys all get involved in music? Just your inspirations behind it. Not even just getting involved with the band, but like just involved in music. Hey, I'm Manjot Jha with way20.com. Today we have with us Dan, Melanie, and Jonathan of Paper Lights. Hey guys, how are you guys doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, awesome. Nice to meet you guys. So just go ahead and do a quick introduction of all yourselves, who you
I'm Dan. I write, sing, help produce, and play some keyboards. That's about it.
I'm Jonathan. I play the drums in the band and occasional programming and do a lot of the design work for us as well.